let's get started. Alright guys, you made it to day 8. Man, I feel like a motivational speaker or something. I'm just hyped. And if it looks like I'm in the same place as yesterday with the same dog sitting behind me, I am. I changed shirts for your sake. But this video is going to be going up on December 8th, and I'm going to talk through a booty workout. So I got such great feedback from you. He loves to look out the window, so he just sits up and he looks out the window. I got really good feedback from you guys when I did the voiceover during that bicep and tricep workout, so I thought I would do one for a booty workout because everyone wants to grow the booty, so I thought I would help you guys out. And just a quick side note, this shirt is from H&M. I know I'm going to get a question on it. And what do you have to do to grow a booty? You gotta eat. So if you are eating less food, then your booty ain't gonna grow. So eat some pizza and grow that booty. Let's get started. Alright guys, what you see here is doing a wide stance elevated squat deal. I don't really know what to call it, but these killed and you should do them. So what you really want to focus on is not pushing off of the foot that's hitting the ground. You really want to focus on using your muscles that are in the leg that's elevated. Now mess around with your stance on this, because I first started with a wider stance, and then as you can see me readjusting, I moved to a more narrow stance, so then I wouldn't push off as much. I am pushing off kinda sorta a lot in this clip, but I tried to not. Now Gabby here is holding the dumbbell in a different way. Her elbow is hurting, so that is one point, but another way she just felt it was more comfortable. So when you guys are watching people's workout videos or see workouts, you might need to do it differently. Now everyone's body is different, your limbs are different lengths, your muscles grow in a different way. So as for when I do cable kickbacks, I like to stand straight up because I feel the burn more. Gabby likes to have her body parallel to the ground. So try different things. Don't just see someone doing something and assume it's the end all be all of the way you're supposed to do it. So if you need to slightly switch positions, or if like one part of your body hurts, like Gabby's elbow is hurting, switch it around and do it. Now you see my foot here, that my toe is pointed slightly out, and that's especially to ensure that my knee doesn't go too far over my shin. Try different foot placements, like you do you. But we did 4 sets of 12 with a 15-pound dumbbell. Next we moved on to straight leg Russian, or single leg Russian, Romanian, not Russian, Romanian deadlifts. Now in my first day of Vlogmas, you guys saw me doing cable Romanian deadlifts, and I really like those, but it's also fun to try different ways of doing it, and you can feel it in different parts of your body. So, and I also talked about how I don't do a lot of core exercise. Well, doing isolation where you're only doing one leg or one arm at a time is going to help your core. And I said this in my bis and tries, but you see us fall over some, like we're not perfect, we can't do it perfectly. You got to use your core and hold it tight. And especially with these, you want to keep your back straight. When you're feeling lower back pain, that's because your form is breaking down. And I really tried to keep my leg that was like on the ground as straight as possible, not complete lockout because I didn't want to mess up my knee, but keep it as straight as possible, and you'll feel that all up your hamstring and your booty. Also about this is you're gonna lose your balance. So moving on, we did Bulgarian, man, the Bulgarians, the Romanians, all of them got it down. We were doing Bulgarian split squats. Now, me and Gabby both love these. They burn so bad, but so good. And we normally do them holding 2 dumbbells or a barbell on our back, or even a barbell in between our legs. But I saw somewhere of someone doing jumping split squats, and I was like, we need to do that. So we did it, and it was so hard. We were dying, like really dying. And we did 4 sets of 12, I think. And 12 might seem like a lot. And if you need to do less, go ahead and do less. But what I like to think about when I'm doing it is I'll probably hit like 8 or 10 and I'll be like, oh, I want to stop. And then I remember, do you want to be average or do you want to be freaking great? So then I blast out those last 2 to 4 and I do them. Now, another thing to focus on here is I tried to get my knee to go towards the elevated surface. So pushing your knee back will ensure that you're pushing one of your knees back towards like the elevated one will ensure that your other one, your knee doesn't go over your ankle, because that can mess up your mobility and your muscles and all that. So really try to push backwards in this and explode up, and it hurts. You will be dying, but in a good way. After those, next we moved over to the Smith machine. Now Gabby and I don't use the Smith machine that often, so we had to play around. You see we're facing this way, and later in the video you'll see us facing the other way, and it's because our Smith machine is like a little bit angled and we had to figure it out which way felt best. But another thing to point out, Gabby and I were not feeling good during this workout. Gabby has been sick for a while, and I just had a really weird day that day, yesterday, and my stomach was hurting and I was just feeling weird. So we also just messed around just to see what felt good. So you'll see us kicking forward, you'll see us kicking back. Gabby goes ahead and does a curtsy lunge right here, which means that your leg isn't going straight back, it is going more to the side, like behind you. I felt this the most by kicking up, like you'll see right here. That was where I felt it the most. Especially I tried to keep all my weight on my heel. You'll hear people say that a lot, to push through your heel. If you're working, you can do the same exercise and feel it 2 different ways depending on how you execute it. So me, I try to, like when I'm doing leg press, if you go high and wide, that's gonna target more of your booty and hamstrings than your quads. But if you go closer and lower, it could target your quads more. And a lot of people on squats, on leg press, on everything, try to push through their toes or the front of the foot. I even here, I don't know if you can see, but I try to keep my toes off the ground. So I keep my foot like, this is the ground. I keep my foot like this and try to keep my toes off. So I'm really pushing through that heel and feeling it in my booty. These next are 1 1/4 squats. So again, we were not feeling good. These might not look the prettiest, but you go ass to the grass, you come up 3/4 the way, go back to parallel, and then come up, and granny squeeze is of course necessary. If you're going to comment or look at this video and say, oh my gosh, look at that girl's cellulite, fine, but my butt's gonna look nicer than yours, because I didn't give a crap about people in the gym seeing my ugly granny butt squeeze. I cared about what was gonna happen afterwards. So keep that in perspective. After squats, after other stuff, do that ugly squeeze. You do you live your life, get that booty. Next, we went over to hip ups, or a decline hip thrust. We put a band around our hips and our feet up, and we just thrust it up. These felt really good, and then we did them one-legged as well, and that burned like crap. So I hope you guys enjoyed this voiceover and a few other things. You see me dead here on the floor. I was not feeling it. If you do this workout, tag me if you post it on like Instagram or anything, or if you do it and you just want to tell me it was awesome, then go ahead and do so. I also closed my laptop before I saw this, but this is my dude Matt. He's talking to the vlog here. You can't hear him. I'm telling him I'll put his social media name, so everyone go find him. He has an online consulting dealio, so go ahead and follow him and find him. Also, if you are to do this workout, you should end it with some box jumps, because those will kill. But unless you wanted to see me and Gabby throw up, I don't think you would have wanted us to do the box jumps. So If you guys have any other exercises that you are interested in learning about form or different ways to do them, then let me know. Real quick, I had 2 questions on past videos and I just wanted to answer them real quick. One of them was, how do you deal with sore muscles? Now, I talked about before how when you're working out, you're basically tearing your muscle when it's repairing overnight. So that's where the soreness comes from. The hugest thing you can do is stretch. A lot of people I see walk into the gym and walk straight to doing an exercise. I've made it my prerogative to stretch before everything and like open up my muscles. If I'm doing shoulders, I like to open up my muscles first, get them moving and grooving. I've made it my effort, my main goal, to stretch before and after workouts, because I don't normally like to do it, but you need to do it, especially if you're going to be lifting heavier weight, or if you're going to be in and out of the gym, or you're a newbie to the gym. You will get soreness and you'll want to not do it. Another thing you can do for muscle soreness is rolling out. Now, my protein has foam rollers, or at your gym you can get a foam roller. Go ahead and roll your body out after a workout. Your muscles are tight, you have just worked out. Another thing is cardio. Now, cardio is going to help release that lactic acid buildup. So by moving your muscles, or just getting up and walking and moving around and not just like working out and then being stagnant like someone you know, try to go for a walk, go for like just cycle. No need for hardcore cardio, just kind of like cycle a little bit, get your muscles moving, because that'll help reduce soreness. The last thing you can do, if you've tried all those and they don't work, you can look into supplementation. So I have noticed that BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, have helped with my muscle fatigue and muscle soreness, and you can get them in the link below in my bio from my protein. This is not to say that you need supplements to feel good or exceed in the gym. I'm just giving you one other option to look into. So I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, comment below again and I will try to get it right next time. The other question was from my girl Abby, which shout out to social media, because I wouldn't have met an awesome girl like you, even though her and Gabby knew each other growing up and she was Gabby's neighbor when Gabby moved here from England. I probably wouldn't have known her unless I started social media. So be thankful for social media and for you, Abby. And so she asked about what weights to do each exercise at. And someone else also kind of mentioned this. And so I put the weight of each workout in the description box. So if you go back and look at past workouts, I tried to put the weight and the actual workout in the description box. But what you should do is start light. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but ego lifting isn't gonna get you anywhere. Yeah, I'll feel like a badass if I go and put like more plates on what I'm doing, or go and grab 30s from the rack, but you need to work on your form and make sure you're executing the exercise the right way. So go ahead and start low. If you're new to the gym, start on the lowest thing possible and you can build from there. There's no reason that you should be embarrassed about being in the gym, and there's no reason that you should be lifting a heavier weight just to look better in the gym, because your form's compromised, your body can be compromised, and your health can be compromised. If you try to lift something that's too heavy for you and you're using the wrong form because you never learned how to do the right form because you're so busy trying to lift the weight, then you can have some serious injuries. And if you want to not to be like, have a messed up elbow, messed up shoulders, messed up knee, messed up hips, then stretch and start light and work on your form before anything else. So when I'm trying a new exercise, I start light. I don't even care. I just, like for the Smith machine, those split squat things, I was like, oh, maybe we should put on a higher weight. And Gabby was like, we've never done these before. Let's just start with 20 pounds on each side. And I said, you're right. Let's go ahead and do that. So if you're wondering about what weight to use, I will, if you guys have questions about what weight I use, I have no problem telling you guys. But like, always start light and work on your form and work up. If someone gives you a hard time about lifting light in the gym, then that's their fault and not yours. So do your own thing, lift those weights, and thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you on Vlogmas Day 9.